Hi guys, gals, non-binary pals, and all my friends and folks out there. Welcome back to another love talk. It's been a minute, or a while, I can say. For you, maybe only 1 or 2 weeks. For me, a lot has happened, and a lot has changed. But today, I come here to talk about boldness. Just think about that. Visualize it. What does boldness mean? If you need to pause, you can. If you don't, we're going to start again. So, boldness. Boldness to me, when I visualize it overly, I think of people who are very bold. I think of my favorite characters like Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? To also go to Disney and Lucasfilms. I think about how he takes bold strides and does very cunning things that other people otherwise wouldn't. I also think about Anakin Skywalker and how brave he is, and while he can be reckless and dangerous many times, there are some pretty good times where he takes a bold leap of faith and steps out of line for the people that he loves with very good reason. Like when Ahsoka got expelled from the council, he stood up for her knowing that she didn't bomb the temple. It was obviously Barriss. Now, in his mind, he didn't know that yet, but he knew that Ahsoka couldn't do it. And he also knew her purity. It's about standing up for what's right, and also in the right ways, which is why I see Anakin maybe second when I think about boldness, or maybe last, because he is bold, but he's impulsive, and being bold doesn't necessarily mean being impulsive or not being impulsive. To me, it really just means making a statement, making a true statement that needs to be said, needs to be heard with backup, putting it out there that, we have our own issues, we have our own problems, and we need to fix it. There are ways to fix it, but I want to make you more aware. I need to make you more aware of what's happening here. I can't just be so plain Jane. I cannot just listen to this person or that person on what they say, not only about my work, not only about school, my papers, my turn essay that may be due, my cases that I take if I'm a lawyer, my books I write, the edits I do, the channel I run, anything, my paintings, anything. I can't let people just state their own opinions on the piece and follow them strictly. I cannot just let people say, well, that's a little risky. Why don't you do this? Sometimes, yes, it is okay to play it safe, but other times, if you don't, then what are we doing? Life is about taking great strides, making mistakes, and learning from them. It's about living and learning. That's how it's win and winning. Because no matter what you do, you always learn from it. And knowledge is better than any jewel that you could ever possess or sought after or sought for, There's nothing in this world more valuable than wisdom. But sometimes we lose that. fight. Sometimes we lose, what it is like to be here in this world, to be alive in all worlds, to be us, and we authentically lose who we are. And that's where we have a problem with our stories, with our writing, with our reading, with the way we are, the way we act, the way that we direct people. Sometimes we forget to take risk. And we do odd things. Sometimes say our means, but we don't go through with it. Why don't we? There are times that you need to, and times that you don't. And knowing the difference between that is that wisdom that you need. And being bold, in my mind's eye, is really knowing when you should speak and when you should not speak, when you should act and when you should not act, how you should speak and how you should not speak, and how to act and how not to act. Being bold is having confidence to really back it up, having that preciseness in your voice of knowing, not really throwing any false assumptions everywhere on somebody or trying to gaslight somebody in some type of way, if you know what I mean. It's just being bold is being you. Being you is saying that, this is wrong. You don't have to say it all the time. You don't have to write it all the time. You don't have to edit it all the time. But being bold is being bold. It's taking that chance of standing up for what we all believe in, for what you believe in, and having the confidence to not fall down, to stand your ground, to make your case and point effective, and to uphold whatever case you may bring to court as a lawyer, whatever case you have to go to as an artist, and take a stand for yourself. Take a stand for people. Just because so-and-so says that that's a little risky and that, this fight of yours and this peace, the consequences are just too much to bear. If they're saying that, if you have their disapproval, sometimes, you know when to follow their disapproval. Other times, when their disapproval is approval of your piece. If somebody says, the consequences are just so high, they're too high, and this fight it so much, maybe you should tone it down. Take their disapproval as approval. Because nobody gets noticed for doing the safe things. Nobody can win by playing it safe. The way that you take hold in charge of your life is by living life by your own means, by living life on your own terms. And when you live life on your own terms, you live it knowing that, no, you're not a self-centered person, but you're a self-intuned person. And that you're a person who knows that, if I believe that this is wrong, I'm not going to do it. If I do believe that it's right, then I'm going to do it. And to state that clearly, to make those boundaries between you and others, to make those clear everywhere. Say, yeah, I know this is really, something that's a little out there, but I'm still going to do it because I agree with it. It takes a little out there-ness to have a little bit of this. It takes a little eccentricness to have a little censorship. It takes a little weirdo, if you want to say that, to make the bigger whole. And don't let people shut you down just because they say, oh, well, that's a little, like, that's really out there. That's just too out there. Don't let people push your ideals aside. Don't let them say, okay, no, you're crazy. Just because they think that what you're doing is a little, if you know what I mean. If somebody is saying that, okay, dude, you need to stop for your own well-being, then obviously stop. But when you can hear through those words and you know that they're false, be bold and take a stand. Let people know where you stand so then they don't cross you. Because when they don't cross your bounds, then you know the people that you can trust. You know the people that you can't trust are the ones who already left. And you know when they don't approve of something, that it's their actual disapproval. Or it may be their approval. If you want clear, decisive answers, sometimes you've got to give clear, decisive answers. If you want foggy answers, sometimes you want to get foggy answers. But the whole entire thing is, it's not about making a line between you and them. It's about saying, this is who I am, this is where I stand, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, and if you don't like that, you're going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to deal with it regardless, because this is the being I am. And I am sensible, and I am talkable. You can talk to me, and we can negotiate. I am a person that can compromise with you. I am here for you. I can help you. I can teach you. I can set you in line if you need to. But don't try to come and cross these lines of my values. And they're not really these lines between us. It's just where I draw it. This is who I am. I'm not going to lose who I am for you. And I don't expect you to lose who you are for me either. I expect us to agree or, to compromise so then we can agree. I expect the world to agree or to compromise so then we can agree. Okay? And it is fine to agree to disagree. It is fine because that's still an agreement. But at the end of the day, you need to be bold. You need to take moments where it's just like, no, I'm not going to sit down for this. I'm not going to stand for this. I'm not going to let you push me around. I'm going to stand my ground because I am here. And this is where I stand right now. This is who I am. I know who I am. And if you think for 1 second, I'm going to let you push me around, I'm not. Come here, let's compromise. Come here, let's debate. Let's talk about the facts. Let's not argue. Let's not fight. Let's be sensible. Give me your facts of the matter. Show me these facts that back up your opinion. But show me all of them. Show me all of them. And tell me why my facts are not valid. Not why they're not valid, but why they don't make up for the point. And let me do the same with you. Let us do the same and let us compromise. Let us agree on something. Let it be on good terms and let's figure out how to do something together. Because at the end of the day, being bold is being you, and being you is standing your ground and knowing that you have rights to things and that your friends, your family, everyone, they have rights to things too. But of course, it all starts with me and you. So let's do something about that. Just think about it. Just think about it.